Reports to the team that they may have some slight cosmetic damage with the crash.
Trouble in turn one.
Oh, car on its roof.
Michael Waltrip. Mark Martin is in it. One of the championship contenders.
Elliott Sadler, the pulse in a 38.
Heavy damage. That's Mark Martin's car right there. I couldn't really tell.
No steering at all.
No steering at all, Mark said, but obviously is okay.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. got part of it.
This should be pretty wild. This is what you see out of the windshield.
Right in front of you. Come on around. Come on.
And he just got hit. He got hit. There's not a whole lot you can do when you're in the middle of that, Marty.
Yeah, guys, and after his team called him to look under the hood, it's terminal damage, but what happened to start all that?
I don't know. The 38 and the 20 or the 48s just stopped in the corner, right in the middle of the corner, and I didn't have anywhere to go. I hit Jimmy square, but I guess he had the 38 by the corner and just turned the 38 around. I don't know why they stopped. You had to ask them whether they got together or something in front of us or whatever, but I couldn't do nothing going that fast.
The racing seemed to be quite intense very early today, Junior.
Well, that's what we get paid for.
All right, Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be done for the day.
And his teammate Michael Waltrip got out of his car, we were told, under his own power.
Elliott Sadler gets bumped from behind by the 48. Around he goes in front of all that traffic. He was running second when that crash took place. And we're fortunate 20 cars were not involved.
Yeah. Matt Yoakum.
And Bill, Michael Waltrip and I just watched the replay. What a wild ride.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The world was right, and then it was wrong, and then it was right, and then it was wrong. And then I came to a stop, and the Aaron's Dream Machine slid right up beside the Napa Chevy. I thought, this could be a nightmare. I'm not sure, but I feel great.
Unbelievable. That's typical here. Oh, watching it again.
I knew what I was doing. And Rusty just butted me back over and got me in a huge crash. But darn, I was having fun. I was trying to lay back like I said I was going to. And I got all the way up to 10th. I said, well, you know, these 10 guys, they're probably not going to wreck each other. I guess I should have known better than that.
You can tell by his humor, Michael Waltrip is A-OK. Snyder?
I'm happy.
And fortunately, Mark Martin seems to be happy, too. You're glad you survived that one. What was your view of that?
Somebody probably spun the 38 out. Probably about all I saw. 38 spun, and I just want to say one thing. The fans are the only one that can do anything about this. No one else can. The drivers can't. The owners can't. And NASCAR's not going to do anything about it. So, you know, I doubt if the fans can either, but they can sure try. I know that it's exciting racing to watch, but golly, I didn't even get a sweat worked up. You know, and you just can't go against God's will. I'd have a championship by now if it was God's will, and you know, I'm okay, and we'll finish this one off, and we'll worry about next year.
What would you do to fix it? And surely you don't think the championship is over at this point, Mark?
Sure would have been a lot easier if I'd have finished in the top 10 today. You know, the only thing they can do really is take the banks out of these places, and then it wouldn't be as exciting for the fans. And so that's why it's never going to happen. But when you have 230-mile-an-hour race cars running around at 185, this is what you're going to get. I don't care. The drivers can't control it. You can say they can, but we don't really have control over the situation, and we can't get anything done. And you know, the race cars today have outgrown these racetracks. They're 230-mile-an-hour vehicles, and you know, it's like riding around out there kitty cars, you know, at 185.
Some very outspoken comments from Mark Martin. Matt?
Elliott Sadler's also walked out of the infield care center. You're okay. You said you didn't need to see the video. You know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I know exactly what happened. The 48 just, I don't know where he was going, slapped 18 or 19 or whatever it was, and too early in the race to be doing that, and I just had no control of the car. My back tires are off the ground. It's a shame. I'm going to bite my tongue right now, but I feel sorry for all the M&M guys, everybody in the shop, in the engine shop. We had a really good race car. We were just kind of riding around, pushing each other around, exchanging the lead, but way too early in the race to cause a big pileup like that. I mean, we have 3 pedals in the car. You know, the middle one's the brake, in case he doesn't know that. Maybe I'll give him a diagram for next week, but it's a shame to take out a lot of good cars this early in the race. It's just no sense in racing like that early.
Obviously a very frustrated Elliott Sadler. Guys?
Man, there's
been a lot of cars getting out of the roof lately.
And I think I said earlier on that the fans,
Especially with the head and neck restraint, the Haas device, which I've tried out personally.
It was Casey Mears in the 41. He was right about where it started. There's Johnson coming back to pit road. Matt?
Well, this has been some day for Jimmy Johnson. First, take us through the first accident today, Jimmy.
I'll watch you back here, guys. First accident, getting bum drafted from behind, got my hand up trying to slow down, and got them on the brakes trying to get slow down going into turn 1, and the 38 got turned around. I don't think that I got into him, but if I did, I take responsibility for not getting slowed down, but it's a little tough when you got somebody tucked under your butt pushing you as hard as that. Hand was up and I was on the brakes, and I just hate that it took out so many cars.
This has been a tough place for you.
It certainly has, and then this one, it's so easy to sit on your couch and point fingers and say so-and-so did something wrong, but until you're out here in these cars at the speed and seeing all the near misses and what is really going on, it's not worth forming an opinion. I don't know what happened there, but all anybody can say is it's Talladega.
Well, his team is looking over the damage and trying to get this car back out to try to earn whatever points he can. Snyder?
Well, Matt, Greg Biffle's had a moment to collect his thoughts, and what happened from your perspective, Greg?
Ryan Newman spun the 41 out. It's tough. It's just this is what everybody pays the money to come see right here.
The damage does look very repairable, though.
Yeah, but we're still going to be in the back. We won't be able to keep up with the draft or nothing. We'll just try and get as many points as we can, and just hopefully Ryan makes a bunch more wrecks and takes some more people out. Maybe we'll gain those positions.
All right, Doug Richard, the crew chief, has called for several large pieces of sheet metal to place over the holes where they are, especially in the right rear and the left front. Dave?
Marty, Greg Biffle obviously not happy with the way Ryan Newman was handling all this. Ryan, of course, not pleased with the out.
As we get ready to go green, Jeff Burton has come from the Infield Care Center. What happened from your perspective, Jeff?
I think the 12 got into the mirrors. I'm not real sure, but I'm going to tell you something. If they don't calm down, that won't be the last one. Everybody's driving 20 feet over their head and doing a lot of stupid stuff, and everybody needs to catch their breath. If not, it won't be the last one.
We're watching on board right now. It seems the racing has been very intense from the very get-go today.
It's always like that with 20 to go. It's just it started at the green flag, and you cannot. Everybody's fighting to keep everybody. Nobody wants the bottom. You either want the middle or the top. So everybody's shoving each other to keep in that position. If you get on the bottom, you're just in trouble. You go to the back. So everybody wants the middle or the top, and everybody is just driving. It's pretty ridiculous. I saw a lot of people get run into in places you're not supposed to do that. If it doesn't calm down, it'll only get worse.
Let's check in with Marty while we watch the race on the track.
And believe it or not, Scott Riggs had just started to move to the front of the field after waiting in the back of the pack trying to miss what you got in the middle of. Scott, what happened?
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened. It seemed like somebody got into the 41 car and Casey turned around, and I thought I was about 3 car lengths by him, and all of a sudden got hung and clipped in the right rear by somebody or something, and turned me in the wall. And after that, went upside down, and I was still bracing myself even though I was upside down, and I felt somebody hit me again, and we tumbled again. So just hate it, because that was probably maybe the best car we've ever had. A lot of guys wouldn't work with us right now. I was just trying to be careful and be in the right place at the right time, let those guys beat each other up and make these big wrecks and hopefully be there at the end. And it was working our way until we got caught up in it and thought we were past it. But just hate it for all the guys at Checkers and Rallies and Valvoline and everyone, Chevrolet. Like I say, this is probably our best shot to have get a shot at a win or have a great finish. And I thought we had a pretty strong car. I didn't see anybody that had a car any stronger than mine for sure. Just if I had a little help there, could have done it. So just hate it for all the guys, but tell everybody back home okay.
After that wild ride, we're happy to report Scott Riggs just fine. Maybe Casey Mears quite upset when he came from the Infield Care Center. Your perspective on that, Casey?
I just had a run that's going around the outside of the 25, and I was just breaking the bumper line of him, and then I just got a little tap right in the center. Right when I think it was the 12 car, I guess it was behind me. I haven't seen a good replay yet, but it just spun us around. It doesn't take much when you're in the trial. If you hit somebody just the wrong spot, it'll knock them loose. So unfortunate, because it just seems like the way our year's been going. Every time we got a good run going, we had a little bit of a problem. But real proud of everybody at Chip Ganassi Racing. We built a real fast race car today. All the guys in the Fab Shop and Ernie Elliott Engines. We had a real good car. It's just unfortunate, again, we have a good car and we don't come home with a good finish. So we'll see how it goes.
See you in Kansas.
Thanks.
Kyle Busch in the wall. Caution is out.
Got the fence a little bit, boys. Just got the fence a little bit.
Will, Jeff Gordon has surveyed the damage to the 24 car, and many drivers who have come from the Infield Care Center say it seemed unnecessarily intense out there pretty early today.
Yeah, it definitely was. I saw a lot of bump drafting in the trial hole in the corners, and guys just slamming guys for no reason. And I think that what's happened is cars are so equal, driving good here at Talladega, that you got a lot of guys that are just blocking, and you have to. I mean, you gotta block your position, because that's what prevents guys from coming up through the middle and stuff. So, when you get that going on, you just got to get a lot of guys mirror driving, which we all do it. And I don't know what you can do about it. It's in our hands, in the driver's hands, in control. I think the bump drafting is ridiculous, and and I hope that we can learn our lesson from things like this, but it doesn't seem like we do.
Is there a solution to this, Jeff?
Like I said, I think it's in the driver's hands. I mean, we're the only ones that can really prevent our front bumper from driving in the back bumper of the car in front of us. And it's one thing to do it on the straightaway. It's a whole nother thing to do it through a corner or through the trial one, and it's even getting way out of control on the straightaways. So there was one time where my front bumper was pinned to a guy in front of me, and the guy behind me just was pushing me, and I really wasn't even driving the car anymore. And that's a pretty scary feeling, 190 some miles an hour.
Bill Elliott's got troubles.
Where that engine let go, it'll be interesting.
No caution yet. Is it an engine? Is he still under power?
Well, it was smoking pretty badly. You can see it there.
We'll find out here if he takes the left. Yep, all done.
Right in the garage. It's the end of it.
And Bill Elliott, it looked like it was such a solid afternoon. You had run in the top 10 all day, but when things fell apart, they fell apart in a hurry. What happened those last few laps?
Well, I ended up cutting a left rear tire down, and I knew something was wrong. So I came in, we got that addressed, went back out. We still felt like we'd be okay, because everybody else was going to still have to make another stop if it went green. I was kind of in a little bit of trouble if it hadn't been, but all in all, we started down the back straight away. The engine let go, and it's just, man, I tell you what, I don't know what it is. It's a shame that I'm going down to the end of owning my deal, and I wanted to run good and finish the year out real well, and I just can't have any luck. I mean, every time we turn around, we've had some sort of problem, something's going wrong, and just can't never make that break.
And Bill Elliott mentioned the bad luck. It's particularly bad here for the second straight event. He finishes with engine problems back in the pack.
8th race this season. Bill Elliott has failed to finish.
Overheating problem early in the race.
Oh,
we got somebody spinning.
Ken Schrader is around. Left rear. Caution is out.
Left rear tire went flat.
And you know what that means, don't you?
A large shower, but one that he is more than willing to take. Congratulations from Todd Parrott, longtime crew chief, now reunited. And Robert Yates, the team owner, with the congratulatory hug as well. Well, DJ, first of all, tell me about that last restart and what turned out to be the winning move.
Yeah. Let me first thank these guys here, Doug Yates and his people, and Robert Yates, Todd Parrott, and everybody at the Fab Shop. What a great race car. Next, got to thank the 380,000 UPS employees for sticking with us here. It's been a long dry spell, and people at Coca-Cola, City Financial, Ford Motor Company, Outback Steakhouse. We appreciate everybody's support. But last pass, it's like I told Todd, it got jammed up on the restart there. I actually thought I was in trouble. When Tony went to the outside here down the front stretch to get in the white flag, I was going with him, and he dove around to open up a lane for me. And then I got a push from Matt Kenseth back there, and I really appreciate that.
You were a long way back for a large part of this day. Were you concerned when the lap started winding out that you were too far back?
No, just kind of taking it easy. We had a good race car, and everybody continued to run into each other and wreck, so just thought we'd hang out and wait for it to come to us. So great day. Kelly and the kids, hate you're not here to celebrate this with me, but I'll be home in a little while and we'll do some celebrating.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It has been a long time, but Dale Jarrett is back in victory lane. Matt?